EA Skate isn't even out yet and people are already calling it trash. Alright, EA Skate, the long-awaited return of one of the most iconic skateboarding games ever, is finally showing signs of life. But before it even gets a release date, people are already calling it mid. Or worse. No story mode, weird animations, microtransactions. I've seen some wild takes online already. This game is a soulless shell of what it once was. Where's the Hall of Meat? This game doesn't look like it's going to be finished until at least 5 more years. Why can't they just give the fans what they want? But I want to slow down and look at everything going on. Because yeah, there's a lot to be worried about. But maybe it's not all bad. Let's talk. First up, the complaints, and I'm not gonna lie, they're valid. 1. No single player mode. This is the biggest L for a lot of OG fans. The original Skate 2 and Skate 3 had campaigns, story progression, offline challenges. Now, it's looking like EA is scrapping all that for a live service multiplayer model. For some people, that's not what they came back for. They wanted that same vibe, chill solo missions, unlocking gear, skating in peace. Instead, they're getting another online sandbox with friends experience. 2. The art style and animations. Another thing that got people tight is the animation and style. People are calling it cartoony, janky, and even mobile gamecore. Some people says it looks like Fortnite or it looks like The Sims. Compared to the gritty realism we remember from Skate 2 and 3, this feels off. Even though it's pre-alpha, the animations look floaty. The ragdoll physics aren't there yet, and sometimes just feels too polished or soft. It doesn't have that raw, gritty, street skating feel that made the originals feel real. 3. Microtransactions and live service concerns. And yeah, the elephant in the room. It's free to play, which means you already know there's gonna be microtransactions. Players are worried this game's gonna become another cash grab. Battle passes, overpriced cosmetics, FOMO bundles, the whole deal. And EA is notorious for this kind of thing, so people are already on edge. A lot of fans feel like they waited 10 plus years for Skate 4, and now they're getting Fortnite on a skateboard. But look, as easy it is to roast this thing, I think it's fair to give them some slack too. Here's why I'm not fully writing it off yet. 1. It's still in pre-alpha. We've seen a ton of early footage, but it's all pre-alpha, meaning the game's still deep in development. Animations aren't final, visuals aren't polished, features are missing. We're not seeing the finished product. We're seeing an early work in progress. It's easy to clown it now, but just remember, early Skate 3 footage looked rough too. 2. New mechanics and tricks are coming. The devs have confirmed there's going to be new tricks, mechanics, and systems that weren't in the old games. They're experimenting with more freedom in movement, smoother manuals, better grinds, wall rides, all that. So while it looks unfamiliar right now, there's potential. They're not just remaking Skate 3, they're trying to push things forward. 3. It's free. Of course there's monetization. I get the frustration with microtransactions, but the game's free. You can't expect a full-blown AAA experience without some kind of monetization. As long as the cosmetics stay cosmetic and the devs don't get greedy with pay-to-win nonsense, it could be fine. We've seen some free games do this right. Warframe, Apex, and others fumble it hard. NBA 2K. That said, this game definitely needs to clean some things up if they want to avoid being cooked on launch. Give us some offline content. Even if it's not a full story mode, just give us something solo. Challenges, skill trees, unlockables, something to grind offline. Not everyone wants to be online 24/7. Let people chill and skate alone. Make the animations feel right. Skate's always had that realistic jank feel. It was gritty, it was weighty. Right now, it looks a little too floaty and perfect. Hopefully that's just a polish issue, but it's a big part of why the game doesn't feel like Skate yet. Communicate with the community. People are passionate about this series. EA has to keep the communication going and actually listen. So far, they've been okay with blog updates and playtesting, but if things start going sideways and they go radio silent, it's over. So, is EA Skate already bad? No, but the red flags are already there. It's got potential, the movement looks promising, it's free, and we're still super early. But if they ignore feedback, double down on monetization, and drop a lifeless multiplayer sandbox, it's gonna be Skate 4 in name only. Personally, I'm hopeful. Cautiously. I'm rooting for this game, but if it flops, I'm not gonna be surprised either. What do you think? Are you still hyped for EA Skate? Or are you already out? Let me know in the comments. Drop a like if you grew up on Skate 2 or Skate 3, and sub if you want more honest takes like this one. Twin out.